This is the Soundcore Motion X500, and this is the Soundcore Motion X600. These two speakers are very similar, yet different all at the same time. So let's figure out which one is best for you. For starters, let's talk price. The X600 retails for $200 and the X500 retails for $170. Soundcore products tend to go on sale pretty often, so if you time things right, you should be able to get either of these for less than retail. The X500 obviously has a more compact design, so the idea is for it to be more portable and travel friendly. Now, even though it's smaller in size, it still has the same level of build quality as the X600. You have a metal grille with an aluminum handle, and both speakers just feel absolutely incredible in the hand. I gotta give Soundcore credit as far as the design with both of these speakers, because they're honestly the best looking Bluetooth speakers that I currently own. And I've said multiple times that these speakers make great accent pieces just based on their appearance alone. It's a very sophisticated, ultra modern look that you don't get with most Bluetooth speakers. Now, as far as color choices, there are some differences depending on which way you go. With the X600, you have gray, you got sort of a sky blue, and you have green. With the X500, you have black, which kind of looks like a really dark gray. You have a darker blue, and then you have pink. So one thing that helps set these speakers apart from other speakers are the upward firing drivers. Obviously, you have sound projecting from the front of the speakers, but you also have sound projecting up and out to give you that spatial sound. What you'll notice is that the X500 has customizable lighting surrounding the upward firing driver. So that's a nice visual element that you don't get with the X600. And the light actually represents the different sound modes of the speaker. You have the option of spatial signature, spatial dynamic, and bass boost. And depending on which one you choose, the light will change colors. And like I said, it's customizable as well. So you can go into the Soundcore app and choose the color for each sound mode. With the X600, it's a slightly different setup as far as the sound modes. So you have the signature spatial audio, and then you also have the option of bass boost. With both speakers, you have a customizable 9-band EQ in the Soundcore app. So even though the default sound modes are a little different, you still have a ton of flexibility with both speakers. Both speakers are also IPX7 water resistant, so you can see they have these protective flaps on the back. And with the X600, underneath that flap, you have a Type-C charging port as well as an auxiliary port. With the X500, you only have a Type-C port, so you don't have the option to connect directly to the speaker like you do with the X600. For some of you guys, that might be enough right there just to go ahead and go for the X600. Now, when it comes to connection, both speakers run Bluetooth 5.3 and they support LDAC for high resolution audio. And if there's one thing that these speakers don't have that I would have liked to see, it's multi-point connection. So you're only able to connect to one device at a time. And that's really one of the very few negatives when it comes to these speakers. As far as pairing multiple speakers, if you have two of the same speakers, you can pair them together, but unfortunately, you're not able to cross pair them with other Soundcore speakers. So if you have two of the X600, you can pair them together for stereo sound, and the same thing with the X500. And then as far as battery life, both speakers will give you roughly 12 hours on a single charge. Another thing they have in common is a built-in microphone. So if you're connected to either speaker and you need to take a call in between songs, you do have that option. So now let's go ahead and jump into sound, which is obviously the most important thing. But first, let's take a second to talk about today's sponsor, Baseus. This 10-in-1 Type-C hub is perfect for laptops, tablets, or even smartphones like the brand new iPhone 15. It features 2 HDMI ports, a USB-C data port, 3 USB-A ports, a Type-C power delivery port, an Ethernet port, as well as an SD and micro SD card slot. It has amazing build quality with a metallic finish along with a heavy-duty braided cable. The cable can even be stored in the body of the hub when it's not in use. The hub supports dual external displays up to 4K 60 or a single external display up to 4K 120. You can get data transfer speeds up to 10 gigabits per second And thanks to power delivery, you can charge your devices at the same time. Depending on your needs, they also have a 6-in-1 Type-C hub that's very similar. So make sure you check out the links in the description, and thanks again to Baseus for sponsoring today's video. So the X600 is rated for 50 watts of output, and it has 2 woofers, 2 tweeters, and a full range driver. The X500 is rated for 40 watts of output and has 3 full range drivers. And because of that, you do get a slightly different sound between the two. With the X600, I feel like there's better clarity and better separation between the lower frequencies and the higher frequencies, which would make sense because you have the woofers that are responsible for the low end, the tweeters that are responsible for the higher end, and then you have that single full range driver to balance everything out. With the X500, those 3 full range drivers are responsible for everything. So to me, there's not quite as much clarity, not quite as much separation, and the sound comes off a little bit warmer compared to the X600. Keep in mind, you do have that fully customizable EQ inside the app, so you can go in there and make some changes if you want. Now, the magic behind both of these speakers is the spatial audio. So you're getting that stereo sound that comes off extremely open and spacious. So things like vocals have a lot more depth, and both speakers give you that surround sound type of feel. As far as bass, I actually think the X500 has the advantage. I feel like it has slightly more punch and just picks up the lower frequencies a little bit better. I wouldn't say that either are extremely bass heavy. They're definitely respectable, but if you're primarily looking for hard-hitting bass, I would consider other options like the Soundcore Motion Boom or the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. To me, the highlight with these, especially the X600, is the clarity and obviously the spatial audio. In terms of volume, as you'd expect, the X600 does get slightly louder, and I feel like it maintains better resolution at those higher volumes.
Kanske för en meningen att jag skulle fastna här ikväll. Måste ut, måste bort, ta mig härifrån. När du såg mig under ljusen du startade en eld i mig och visade en väg ut. I guess it wasn't meant to be. Makes me wonder why we separated, or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get so close, my baby might let you take me back. Someone must have broken my heart, like really torn it apart in another life. In another life, someone must have really made up. Like caused my heart to stop in another life, in another life. Otherwise, I don't know why I keep coming back to this, keep fighting all of it. Don't trust that there's love like it. I don't know why, I just can't believe in it.
So that covers it for today's video. Hopefully you found it helpful. For me, I feel like the X600 is the all-around better option, but it really depends on your personal needs and what you're looking for. If you want something more compact that also has excellent sound, then the X500 would be the better choice. Aside from that, appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you in the next video.